I am Coco. I made this fucking beat. Bobby stole it. Bobby, you can have it.
Yo, peace and love, world. Second month son, aka ReggieSon, aka SDP. Straight from the loot to the world, and right now I'm chopping up with my boy Bobby. Not Boucher. Bobby STL, baby, we in here. Drunken Chicken Diaries. Let's go.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Drunken Chicken Diaries. It's a special edition because everyone's special. I got my man Shorty here. I'm changing the name, bro. I'm changing the name of this show. I'm going to call it St. Louis Vibes, fueled by Drunken Chicken Diaries.
Fueled by Drunken Chicken. That's a long-ass name, bro.
I'm just going to call it STL Vibes.
Okay.
And then in the description, I might say fueled by Drunken Chicken.
Okay, bet.
When I tell people to come on my show or ask them to, I say Drunken Chicken Diaries, you're like, damn, we're going to get drunk as shit like every time. But you do have to take a shot with me.
Okay.
You got to pick a poison, man. You got to take one shot.
Oh, well, I don't even got to. I only drink one thing on this table.
Me too. I only drink tea. You see.
Yeah.
That's all me.
Yeah. Tequila is tequila and wine and water.
Bet.
You know?
Bro, I go through a case of water a week at least.
Yeah, man. I definitely stay high and hydrated. Oh, you already took that out. Okay.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's
a tall ass shot. Yeah, I'm gonna just
do
that. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool, man. You don't want to outdrink me?
No, I'm saying I want to make sure I'm being fair, you know?
All right. Cheers, bro.
Cheers, man.
All right. So shout out to my producer, Big Stu Films.
Big Stu!
Shout out to Coco from Basement Beats for making the music.
Yeah.
So look, man, I didn't really talk to you much before we started filming for a reason, because I want to catch up with you and talk organically. So first of all, man, if you're from St. Louis, and if you're between the ages of fucking 18 and 40, you should know who this guy is.
That's a straight range right there, man. 18
I'm just saying, because you've been around, bro.
Yeah.
Since you were young, since you were too young,
you've
been around.
Man, 12 years old.
So you go by, I call you Shorty. Is that what people call you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, St. Louis Shorty my real name. You know what I'm saying? Like Shorty is that's gonna be forever. That's stamped. I put a lot behind it. That's just, through even before. Well, I mean, I guess getting on the radio was when it really turned up. But yeah, even a little bit before.
So
that,
I mean, that's just every time you're just Shorty to me. But you change your name on Instagram to I'm ReggieSon.
Well, not just on Instagram. Like all the music, like everything that's released now is ReggieSon.
Was that a strategy to have things because there's a lot of Shorties in the world?
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, it was just it was a point in my life where I was transitioning into a superior man. Okay. And it was like I was kind of growing out of certain things or just different ways. Now, Shorty is, of course, St. Louis for sure. Like, that's who I am. That's who I'm gonna always be. But then it was like sometimes, that didn't represent who I am now. Basically,
you're gonna be Shorty when you're 60 years old.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like it's gonna be Shorty. Like, but I know that it's way more people that don't know me than do.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a big world.
It is.
So it's like now the people who are introduced to my music off of these playlists and different little things that it's in, they'll say, "Oh, that's ReggieSon." They don't know nothing about their history, and I got a lot of fans that I've gained from that.
Okay.
And people that stayed down with me throughout. But it was just one of them things where it's like, man, I don't wanna. So it's basically I was feeling different. It's like, man, I don't want to make up a new name. What's something that I already am, right?
Exactly.
And that I'm going to always be. And so it was like, as I was thinking about it, it was around the time we had like a family reunion. And I got a big-ass family. Like my pop got 10 sisters.
Oh, damn.
So we was at the family reunion one year, and my auntie, she had like some friends, and she was like introducing me to her friends. And my pop is like big energy in the family, so they're like, "Oh yeah, this ReggieSon."
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, it hit me right when I was trying to think of I'm like, damn, I like that. But then I start like diving deeper into it, like, okay, deeper than you being at, like, what does that also say? And it's like, it's very popular in our community as black people, as it's very popular for, especially even in the hip hop genre, for people to kind of glorify. I mean, because it's the truth, but you hear it more often than not. Like, F my dad, he wasn't shit, he wasn't there, woo woo. I got a different story.
That's in here, and I want to ask you about that.
Yeah.
So it just kind of all made sense, and it hit you like, man, that's a good brand for yourself.
Yeah, for sure, and it will make people ask about it, which will allow me to be able to talk about it.
It's a conversation starter.
For sure.
Yeah, that's what's up. So let's go back, man. Let's bring it back to like how you got started, man. I mean, I don't want to spend the whole time talking about the old days, but because a lot of times we tend to do that. We talk about how cool we used to be.
That's dope though, to be able to, to even be here.
Yeah.
And have all that and still be going and still elevating and gaining new and like, I love it, man.
But we still talk about how cool we used to be.
Yeah, for sure. No, for sure.
But
like, at the old days.
Yeah,
the
old days. You and I, we run into each other a bunch of times, and but we never had sat down and actually had a conversation.
Right.
We're like friends through friends. Like my little brother is Zoe.
Right.
And you rocked with Zoe really hard back in the day. So
yeah, from the jump, Zoe.
Yeah, man. He might even be coming through tonight. We'll see if he pops up. So tell me, bro. All right, tell me. You said 12. Like, what the fuck? Like, who does that? Like, tell me how that all started.
Man, I mean, just to sum it up, like I was one of them people who like called into the radio station. I was one of them people. So I used to come
Because back then there was no Instagram.
Yeah, it wasn't no Instagram. Oh man, it wasn't no Instagram.
You actually had to listen to the radio.
Listen to the radio. That's dope about our generation too, because we remember both.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Like we are the transition. Like,
and there are young folks that have no idea what it's like to actually listen to the radio and call the radio station to
record off the radio and all that. It's like we use the troubleshoot for everything now.
Right,
that's what's crazy. But yeah, man, I used to call in, and one day I called in and got through on Hype Man D Stone's show, and he used to have this game called D Stone Karaoke, and that first day that I got through, I heard myself on the radio, and like that was like. But I was rapping. He would play like beats, whatever. You rap the song. So I did that, killed it. And ever since that day, I'm like, man, I want to hear myself every day on there. So I used to call every day, like constantly, like.
That became your thing.
Yeah. Someday I'll come home from school, I drop my book bag, I'll call. And one day I called and he was like, yo, we about to do this contest, man. You should. And flat out, like from the jump, I told him, like, man, I don't want to be on the radio. Right. I was like, man, I just want to rap. Like, just put me on. Like, I'm young. I'm like. I'm way more of a, firecracker than I am now. So I'm like, I'm like, man, just put me on, man. I don't want to, So then he asked me again next time I called, and I thought about it, and I ended up just entering the contest, man, which was shaped as a World's Youngest DJ contest.
Okay.
But you wasn't actually a DJ, you just on the air. And like the very first assignment, like the whole premise of the thing was like you win the contest. You interview B2K and IMX on the radio that morning. You go to the Palace that night and introduce them at the big skating concert that sold out.
And you were in middle school.
I was in middle school. I was in 7th grade.
Is that when GCB started, or did that come a little later?
Nah, GCB started with Kenny, Zoe, and Sean. So they went to this high school called Triple C. And Kenny, Ant-Man, and Sean. And so they I think they had threw like a house party. Mm-hmm. And this was back when Crunk was out, so get Crunk Boys, whatever. So then Kenny, my big brother. So it's like that next time the party come around, I'm like, man, throw me on it. We can get a club, like whatever. Boom. So like by the second event, I'm on it. So I remember the first flyer. It's like all 4 of our faces on it.
Yeah.
And then after a while, Zoe and like people like who was close already, they start riding. So like, all right, man, we got to click here. Now. So. Yeah, so that was probably like freshman year, maybe high school.
That's crazy, bro. To have that type of following or just that type of quote unquote celebrity at such a young age in a city that really embraces you. And like y'all came in as these young dudes that through these hype ass parties.
Yeah, man.
And then all right. I was texting a friend of mine earlier today, and she's like, so who you having on your show tonight? And I texted her a picture of you. Uh-huh. She's like, oh, that's the dude that did Ratchet Ass Ho.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm like, and that's how a lot of people know you.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
It's like St. Louis is wild. Nationwide is like BET, something like that, But what's crazy is everybody got a story, and that's what's different about that's why I always stay tapped in with back home, because it's like every time I could be rambling. Like I could come in here and get some wings and somebody be like, man, you hosted my cousin Sweet 16. Or man, you came to this basketball game. Or man, my daughter, or man, my mom, or what, I literally ran through every crevice of this city, man, just like putting on and doing stuff. Cause, you know, for the first 4 years, I got on the air when I was 12. I didn't start getting paid till I was 16.
What station were you on?
100.3 The Beat. Yeah.
And so Zoe would tell me stories about you guys, him coming up to the studio and you guys being in the booth and having a real good time.
Yeah.
So, hey man, we
got I mean, hey man, you know.
So yeah, and so like, when did you record that song, Ratchet? Is it Wow 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 or is it Ratchet Asshole? What's the name of the song?
It's Ratchet Asshole Wow Wow Wow.
That's the name of the song.
All right. Wow, wow, it's actually Wow 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 in parentheses Ratchet Asshole.
All right.
So the song is called Wow Wow Wow. But
how old were you when you recorded that?
I was 17.
Cause bro, like when that song used to come on, and the energy that just followed was just like the whole club. You could hear the club was.
That's one of them how cool we used to be moments. Like that's one of them, you know what I'm saying? But because it was like we was after different things then, and it was we was getting all of it.
And Zoe was on the mic, you were on the mic, and like it was.
Zoe is actually the one who I envisioned when. Okay, so how it came about is we realized the truth of the matter is we realized that it was girls touching in the same clique, you get what I'm saying? So we like, man, these hoes. So we about to walk in like Onyx or something one night, and Zoe's he's like, man, this how we point out them ratchets. It's like, look. It's like how we point them out. So it was one of them like things that needed some verbiage to it. You get what I'm saying? So it had the movement, but it needed some words.
The emotion needed a sound to it.
Yeah, an expression or something. So we used to do it over I think it was like a Lil Jon instrumental. This is at Club Onyx.
Not the strip club. This is Onyx.
This is Onyx, club. The ratchet ass club. This is Onyx that used to go down.
Tall tees.
Yes, for sure. This is like that. And I used to go up on a little balcony with a DJ booth. Man, I would be hosting anyway. So I'm doing this chant, man. That's how you put out the ratchet assholes. And he'd play that beat, throw your hood up, whatever it is. Wow, wow, wow. And it's like, first it just started with us. It's like a small group, 15, 20.
Yeah.
Come back the next week. It's like 30.
Yeah.
Come back the next week, it's like 100.
Yeah.
Then it was like probably like that month out when I came back and I went up to that top and I did it, and the whole club it's just a chant at this point.
Yeah.
Like, wow, wow, wow. Like we literally have created this chant for the club, And I'm like, man, as soon as I had a moment, I'm like, I gotta make this a record. And truth of the matter is, somebody during that time tried to like run off with the chant and make a record.
Oh, word?
So when the song start off, haters trying to jock my style, there was like at that person.
A shot at them. Okay.
Yeah. That's a little history on it.
And that song is like one of them songs like Nina Pop and and bro, like, yeah, so I mean just talking to Zoe over the years,
man,
it's classic, man.
Yeah, and so you gotta think about this song came out in 2008.
Damn.
Right? And you can go to a bar or something right now, a club, whatever, and they can play that shit
and the shit'll go up.
It'll go up.
It'll go up.
Like, I knew I knew for sure, like I always felt like it was a classic, but I knew when I came back for when Metro and Big Sean dropped that mixtape.
Okay.
And they did a concert in Detroit for Sean, and they did a concert here for Metro at the pageant.
Okay.
And Big Sean DJ Mo Beats is my boy. So he's like, yo, pull up down here, whatever. So he's asking me like St. Louis song. And this 2018, it's 10 years later. And this was like right after I went off the grid and I was out the way, So I'm just I was just popping up to fuck with him. And he was like, I told him, yeah, you play Ratchet, they gonna go up, whatever. And he's like, you should come out. I'm like, nah, man, I'm chilling. He's like, man, listen, come out, whatever. So he DJing right before Big Sean come on and he drops it. And I'm like, so on the stage, I end up coming out. And when I look in the crowd, like I'm not seeing what I would usually see when Wild 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 was playing when I'm in the club and stuff. Like I'm seeing, it's white kids, it's all kids, it's Big Sean.
Yeah.
So, and it's kids that's probably rewind it 10 years ago, you might not even been walking or some shit. Like,
was
you know,
kids.
Man, and they in there going, I'm talking about that Pay You Would've Thought It just came out, bro. Like, it's shaking. 2018, I'm like, oh, shit.
It's still, so it's, I mean, it's a stamp in St. Louis, man. You think about St. Louis anthems, that's definitely one of them.
Yeah, man, no, that was a time.
And you be dancing, bro. Like, you're
you're
known for, like, your 314 day posts.
Yeah, that's one of the things. That's one of the reasons why I gotta stay fit, man, because, you know, it's like, you know, people train for a fight or something. I know every year, come March 14th, like, I gotta have some type of capability, you know, because I used to do that shit way more, but
you can dance, man. You got the moves, bro. That Nina pop and all that shit. Like, and that shit gets shared. I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago that you did one outside the car. Yeah. And literally everybody reposted that.
Oh yeah, it is. It's like, and from that year, it's like every year I got to do it. Like Jason Tatum reposted the one from this year. Like,
it's like King Yella's photo and your dance.
Yeah.
314 Day is all
it's
about.
Like that's how you know.
Yeah, Shorty's dance and Yella's photos. Like that's the staple of St. Louis.
Because I think I went like that one I did outside the car. That was probably like 3 years ago, man. And so I think I went like a year or two without doing one, and everybody would always, because that first year I did it, I pretty much challenged everybody, like and people started doing it. Yeah. God, man, and it felt good because I was in DC at the time. And I was feeling kind of homesick, so that's why I just pulled up to the top of my garage, like, man, I'm finna just do something.
You got mad love from that.
Yeah, it was like, but I always stayed tapped in, bro. You know that, like, no matter every move I made, like, no matter what, like, I've never been too far from it. Like,
so let me tell you or ask you about Detroit. Like, how did that happen? Like, so you were here, you were on the radio, you were doing your thing. You were, I mean, you and GCB went from 10 to 80 members, it's like every year I meet a new GCB member, like Theo.
Yeah. Now we did have a lot of people out here false claiming, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I mean, who wouldn't? We was going up.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, and a lot of people was extended family too, man. We'd pull up to the club 30, 40 deep. Yeah. And they already know. They'd just be like, Shorty be the last one, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how I used to say, man. Shorty just be the last one.
Well, shout out to the ones that were there at the conception of all that, man.
For sure.
Like a lot of those guys, Amp and Zoe and JJ.
Everybody in the song, man, for sure. Like, and there's a couple other ones that's not mentioned, but everybody who I say on that second verse, man, you know, is always that was a special time in our lives, man. You already know.
And no matter what happens, man, like that time, you can't take that away.
Hell no, man.
So you made the move and you made a scary decision to like just leave the crib and go to Detroit.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, I was on the radio here, song going up, and then I got an offer from Detroit, and I was actually like switching stations, and there was a lot going on, and so I actually just went to Detroit, like on like an audition trip, and man, I ended up getting fried out there, bro. Like I went to, you know, I did my on air shift, so I did the on air shift, and it's just like, okay, cool. But that night, my boy Big Greg, these people who, you know, been in the city forever, they work at the station. Yeah, we gonna take you out tonight. What's crazy, this club is another Onyx.
And how old were you?
I was 19.
All right.
I was 19, so I don't know, you know, I don't know if this club's still open. I don't know if they're gonna get in trouble for this. But I went there, and he's like, yo, you know, we're gonna take you out, bro. And they took me out to this spot, and it's like a regular club, but it's still strippers in there, and it's like, and it's in the hood, it's on the west side of Detroit, and
shit, I wanna go.
Man, I don't know what it's called now, it's probably something different, but I just remember, bro, I got so fried that night that, like, at one point, I just remember waking up at the hotel, like them waking me up, like, yo, Shorty, we here, right? And mind you, I go to Detroit, I don't know nobody, right. I'm just out here auditioning, and I done ended up out with some people like that, and they made sure I got back, and they woke me up and everything, and I said, I got up to the hotel room, I'm like, I'm gonna come fuck with it.
I fuck with you know, city, man.
Yeah, because it's just real, it's like Detroit, man, it's a place, it's similar to St. Louis in some ways, and like, it is what it is, you know, like they either fuck with you or they don't. Yeah. You know, you can't, you know, they don't really give a fuck about all that, you know, whatever it is, like you gotta stand on what you own. It can be dangerous if it gotta go that way, you know, but the love is strong too.
Okay. So it's very similar to St. Louis.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, and how long, I remember when you were in Detroit, like Zoe, used to talk to Zoe and stuff, and he would call you, and he was living in my house. You'd be on speaker, and he was telling you about the D and all that stuff, and you were just like, come fuck with me, because a lot of people during that time were like, oh man, Shorty don't fuck with us, and you were like, no, I said come fuck with me, and you just didn't. Like, I never stopped fucking with nobody.
Yeah,
like
out.
y'all could have came up here anytime and hung out with me.
Yeah,
and that was your mentality back then. I heard you say it. This was 10 years ago.
I mean, it always been that, and everybody, you know, what's crazy is like the same people back then who was hopping on that road and coming to fuck with me and whatever. The same people who did it every city, and the same people who, when I go out of town now, they with me, or when I'm going out, like these same people. You can see these pictures, like Kilo, you already know Kilo, bro. I mean, I don't want to get the name and name, but y'all know Kilo, Theo, my brothers,
Theo,
all them my brothers.
A homie, bro.
Yeah, man, you know, like G, all the G's, you know what I'm saying? Pee Wee, Cherry, like everybody, like. You know, Zoe slid up a couple times. Free Rick, Big Boy. You know, man, Chopper. Like you know, people just hit the road, bro. Come see about me. And the thing is, dog, when we see people from St. Louis, man, when we go somewhere else, it's like a magnet or something.
Oh man, we're always like, repping the same hat.
We always on it, and it's like the energy, dog. That's why they would love coming where I was at, man, because it was like easy, you know. It was love.
It was love.
It was love, bro. Like everywhere we go, like I feel like everybody. That's why I tell them, you got an offer or you got something you want to see about it, man. Go see about that.
Right. That's what's up, man. So
go see about that.
You made a stamp in Detroit, and then we're talking about the backstory. Then you went to 106 in Park.
Yeah.
And there's a whole story behind that about how you like went for like an audition, or like it was just like a one-time thing and then they kept you, something like that?
Yeah, well, it stemmed from when I was in Detroit. I got an email saying BT, and I had to put this video together, and I sent it in, and then I did remember they used to do that notarized countdown when they were at the end of the year, going into the new year, that countdown to 100 videos.
Yeah.
I did one of them segments, me and P, shout out to P. And
I got a picture of all of us at Tropicana from years ago.
Yeah,
Pajian and you, and like it was the whole.
Oh yeah,
camp
for
was
sure.
there.
I remember that night.
Bowling.
Yeah, man, for sure.
She had like some spikes on her shoes. I'll never forget that.
Yeah, she's been on her fly shit. Yeah, but yeah, man, and then the very next thing they had me do after the countdown was the red carpet at the Grammys.
Okay, that's crazy, bro. Man. That's crazy.
Man,
I'm from the South Side.
Man,
you're from the South Side. We're from the South Side of St. Louis.
Know.
I grew up on 39th and Russell, and you're from like over the State Streets.
State Streets, man.
And like the shit that you, okay, bro, you're on the red carpet of the Grammys.
Man,
you're this kid from the South Side of St. Louis.
Man, that was one of them. Like in certain moments that I'd take it in, but that was one. And then what made it even sweeter is Nelly hit the carpet that year.
Okay, and y'all are both out of town and from the crib.
You hear me? And he come up, and it was a moment. I still got the picture where he's like kind of, you know, like acting like he fixing my tux and like, yeah, we here.
That's dope.
You know, it was just a moment because he's like, okay, like as soon as he saw me, he's just cheesing, you know.
Yeah.
And it was just.
It's always good to see somebody from the crib winning, man. And it's great, man.
Because you know that's not the average. That's not the popular story.
It's
you know,
not.
So anybody that do it, I don't care what you do. When you get up out of here and you land on your feet and you get you some wings, man.
Yeah.
Keep fucking going.
So you did the red carpet, and then you ended up like hosting 106 in Park with Paige.
Yeah, did a whole process, man. You know, ... You get what I'm saying?
A whole lot of shit.
Yeah, did a whole lot of shit, and they did the search and all that, and boom, like we go to this meeting and me and P are walking in, then Miss Mikey hit the corner, and we confused, like, what, they gonna have a guy and two girls or whatever, and then we go in there and we meet, and they're like, your fourth host walking in now, and then Bow Wow walking in, we sit down, we talk and all that, and then it's like, yeah.
Because we grew up watching Free and AJ, right? And then it was Terrence and Roxy.
Yep.
And then it was you and P, right after that.
It was me and P, like, man, we did like a couple episodes for a while. Truth of the matter is, like, they didn't really want to put me and P on there because they knew we was already together at the time.
So they didn't want it to be a couple.
Yeah, they didn't want. I guess it was potential, and you know, business wise, I get it. I guess it was potential, like, you know, if it's just me and her and we get into it or something, you know, but they didn't know us enough. Yeah, they didn't know us enough to know we was playing like that. So yeah, they didn't know that. So
like, we can keep our private life
professional.
Separate.
Like we not. That's the thing. Like, people will see it and figure it out, but dog, we was already at that point. We had probably been together for like a year and a half, going on 2 or something. We was solid. You get what I'm saying? So it was like, you know.
It was cool, man. That was a good time. Like I remember after, I don't know if it was after the Tropicana bowling thing, but we ended up at the Loft and we were all just lit as fuck. I got a picture of that too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna post that, Stu. My producer's over here working, like, at the 24-minute mark, drop that picture of us at the Loft and Tropicana Lanes. I'm gonna post that shit down here.
Yeah.
Cause that was a good ass time.
Man, them Loft nights.
The Loft, bro. Woo, man, the Loft. I miss those days, man. People weren't getting shot. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man, it was good. It was like you hear the shots to clear the lot. Basically,
yeah,
it's like, all right, somebody's shooting in the air. It's like, all right, it's time to go home. You hear me? But it wasn't.
It wasn't as bad as it is now, and it's crazy. And I want to get into like the transition and the city and how it's changed over the past few years. But so I do want to ask you though, dog, because I've never asked you this question. Like, I ask a lot of people that have been around, like a lot of famous people. I know famous people, but you were in the BET studios, like. Name a couple like moments that like just stood out to you, like people that you met that you were just like, oh shit, like I'm.
Well, one of the best story. I got a story that like come to mind like anytime somebody asks me about up there and this Snoop Dogg, we hotboxed the bathroom at BET.
Word.
Man, listen, I'm in the bathroom smoking with Snoop. It's me, Snoop, and Mikey Manager, my man. Damn, I can't even remember his name, but it's us three, dog. And it was like, and what's crazy is that was like the second time I smoked with Snoop, but that was like in it. He literally like, bro, we in there kick, laugh. Same way you smoke with your homeboys.
Yeah.
So I'm in there smoking with Snoop, and it's like we in this BT office and we hotboxing, and they know Snoop here. So there was two people that came. Like when Wiz and Snoop came, they wouldn't be like
well,
they knew.
They know what's about to go down.
Yeah, even when Wiz came, like. We do the interview, whatever, he chopped it out. I think we had already been, that's not where we met. Like, we met somewhere else. We was already kind of tight, you know, and he was like, I remember after I got done, we got the show. He got done, he come over to me, he was like, you done? I'm like, yeah. It's like, let's go get high. And we like go upstairs, and I smoke with him, but he smokes like, we smoking like in the dressing room with him.
Fuck it.
It's like him and a couple people, but I think Snoop was kind of mine, because we literally, like, this some shit I do, you know, sneaking, like,
yeah.
We hotboxing the bathroom, that shit was crazy, but like Wiz, and I got done smoking with Wiz, and he reaching his...
And just pulled out a big fucking knot of weed.
Here, you know, take this with you, you know. But it was a couple more, I mean, it's...
Like, give me like 4 or 5 names of people that just stand out to you from on the show.
Denzel came through. That was a big moment. I didn't do that interview, but just hollering at him. I interviewed Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Word?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Mike Tyson.
Damn, man.
Mike Tyson came through. That was dope.
Man, a lot of people that we grew up listening to.
Oh, I mean, I did the interview with Jamie Foxx and Kerry Washington.
Were you ever nervous to interview these people?
Nah, man, I don't think it was nerves. I think it was...
excitement?
It was more like every time I did it, it's like I'm putting on. Like, that's how I felt about that situation, bro. Like, when I was on, and you know, even looking back, there's certain things I could play better. But I just, in my mind, I wanted to... Because what we signed on for, you know, it was supposed to be a way longer run, you get what I'm saying? So that same way when I moved out of town, like I was just embracing things and just taking it in, like, man. I remember first getting up there, because I used to watch 106 in Park. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna let you keep taking shots by yourself. Watching 106 in Park, man, and of course with AJ and Free, and I just remember telling myself, like, I'm gonna get on that couch.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I used to tell myself all the time. So then when we had our first little search that we filmed, and we had like, they all sat us on the couch. And they
But you wanted to get on the couch as an artist.
Boom, right? But it's crazy how God worked, man.
You ended up on the couch.
I ended up on the couch. Now, how did I say it? I never said I want to be on that couch as a rapper. I was saying it.
I just want
to be on that
couch.
couch.
Well, cheers to being on the couch, bro.
Being on the couch, man.
Couch.
Made it on the couch.
Hey, that's how this restaurant. How this restaurant was born. On my couch, Zoe was sitting at my kitchen table on the laptop.
Yeah.
On Facebook, talking to some girls. You know how he does. And I'm on my couch and I'm like, bro, I want to open up a chicken restaurant. He's like, do that shit. I'm like, I'm gonna do it just like the other chicken restaurants and make different sauces and put it on chicken And like literally, he's at my table. He supports everything I do. So he's like, man, it's a fucking dope ass idea. Like from the couch. And me and him always say that we're like from the couch, because it literally came from my couch in my little ass apartment.
So it started as that idea on the couch.
And so like that.
So was you already like cooking and shit?
Yeah, like I had a culinary background. Like I grew up in restaurants and working as a chef in different restaurants my whole life, like working as a cook, dishwasher. I'm on my way up to the top of the restaurant chain.
Yeah.
And then I went to culinary school. I dropped out of high school because I just didn't fuck with high school at all. I didn't like it. It wasn't my thing. I was just wanted to fuck around with girls and sell weed, not make any money, just sell enough to smoke.
Yeah.
And like, so I'm like, but then when I got good in working in restaurants, I got good at it. I'm like, damn, I could turn this into a career.
Yeah.
So then I started working at like nicer restaurants and learning how to actually like make sauces and make shit and like turn into a chef. I'm like, fuck it, I want to go to culinary school. And this is before Instagram, Facebook made it cool to be a chef.
Right.
I just really liked doing it. So like I grew up in that shit and I just kept doing it. And like I went to prison like right around the time like in 2008 when you said when that song came out, I was locked up in the whole year of 2008.
Damn.
So when I came home, I remember I was at the halfway house because I went to prison for selling drugs.
Okay.
It's not a secret. Everybody knows I was a drug dealer. But I'm reformed. I'm a businessman.
A business owner.
Yeah, I'm a business owner.
Now.
Like I'm doing my thing.
I just seen him make the wings. Oh, come on now, document it.
Yeah, man. Like my life is dope. Like, you know what I mean? Like I've been through a lot of shit, and I don't think I'd be where I was if it wasn't for all that. But I remember I came home. It was in 2009, and I was staying at the halfway house on Co-Brilliant and Kings Highway, right by Wold. And I remember driving down Martin Luther King, and it was at nighttime, and I see this club that's just like popping.
Oh, the venue.
And I didn't know at the time because I was literally like
just got back outside.
I was 3 weeks out of prison, and I'm still like nervous and timid and shit. I mean, just because I've been in the joint for you know what I mean. So like I'm driving down, and I see this place is cracking, and me, the dude in me, I'm like, man, it's all bitches out here.
Yeah, for sure, because they was out here.
Yeah, I'm just like, damn, these girls are bad, and there's a line, and then Zoe, I talked to him like later on the day, and I told him about the thing. He was like, bro, that's the venue. We turned that bitch up. Straight up. So then literally like a few weeks later, I go to the venue with him for the first time. He gets on the mic. You might have been there. I don't know, but dog, the whole fucking.
Oh, we used to have our way.
The whole thing was like there was that runway in the middle of the club, and he was swagging and surfing. The whole club was just moving side to side. I'm like, damn! Like I came home, like my brother was working while I was gone. But I mean, even before that, when he was 16 years old, y'all was. Y'all was popping.
Zoa always had, he always had, you hear me? He used to pull up on me before I could drive.
Yeah, he used to drive you.
Yeah, he used to come pull up on me in the red.
The Corsica.
Was the Corsica?
He had a Corsica.
Yeah. It might have been a Corsica. I don't know, but he done had hella whips. But yeah, man,
but that was those days, man. But yeah, so I don't know. I got hella off track, man. So we were talking about BET, and so you left BET for whatever reason, and what did you do after that? Like, what was your next move? You came back to St. Louis?
I ain't leave. They fucked the show up. I ain't leave.
Well, for whatever reason, you departed from BET.
Yeah, I just, we had to keep it pushing. And then what's crazy is, man, we get to it. So, like, right after my first year, I kind of started like, okay, I'm here, so let me start, playing it. And I started doing this radio show on the weekends in Atlanta.
Okay.
While I was doing so, I would film during the week, and I would fly down to Atlanta, do this radio show Saturday, Sunday, come back. So I started doing that. So then after we was done in New York, I'm like, well, shit, I'm already got some paper rolling in the A, so slid to the A. Shout out to Steve Hegg. We was on Streets 94.5. I was doing that for a sec. Then I got an offer in Cleveland. And for more reasons than one, I was just looking for, I don't know, I was just ready to make another move. You know? I wasn't even in Atlanta long at all, maybe like 3 months.
Okay.
And I was just like, man, I gotta, And went to Cleveland and turned that shit up immediately, and I was there for like 3 months. And then I remember the day I'm getting my furniture moved in, they called me like, yeah, what you think about DC? I'm like
damn, I just got settled.
I'm literally watching them bring my sofa in I mean, I've been there before, and they was like, oh, we were just thinking about it. And then they called me the next day, was like, yeah. They started doing a negotiation, and then I ended up out in D.C. and doing radio out there, and I was still doing Cleveland. That's the thing, man. Like, you know, you gotta make it happen. You gotta get to it.
You're a
like,
hustler, man.
Yeah, man, you gotta get to it. So like when I moved to DC, I was still doing my Cleveland radio show though. So I was doing 3 to 7 in Cleveland. I was doing 7 to midnight in DC. Then they gave me St. Louis for a little second at that time.
Yeah,
That's when I was coming back. So
I remember you were doing it like remotely, like you weren't even here.
So I was doing 3 to 7 Cleveland, 7 to midnight DC and St. Louis. And then I had like got a little gig on Fox at the time too. Or Ryan Seacrest did the show.
Okay.
And I did that show.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, you know, and I had a better business mind by then. So like, that show got cut off too. But I made sure my business was lined up to where I had to get paid out for the amount that they thought it was gonna go. You get what I'm saying? For the amount they said it was gonna go. So, you know, that was a cool little boom. And then everything moving, DC clubs, everything going. I'm booming. And then it's like it just got to a point where I was like, man, none of this shit fulfill me no more.
It happens. That shit happens.
Bro. Like I'm in the club. I think it was the night because we had a back-to-back night. We had Drake there one night and Future was there the other night.
Like, did you meet them?
Yeah. Well, you know, Future used to, you know,
Future.
Yeah. But Drake for sure.
That's dope.
I actually got, matter of fact, when I did the Grammys, Drake, and it's like I don't know if he just recognized me from 106 at the time, but you know I don't want to gas it, but it's like he's walking through. He's on the red carpet, he's walking through, and he comes in late. So everybody's Drake. He's like, when you do these red carpets, you know, they got the little lanyard. And so all these you got your, you know, your ABC, CBS, MTV, everybody kind of standing next to each other just waiting. So he's walking through, everybody, Drake, whatever. And I just like, yo, what up? And he just like came over to me, and he just dapped me up, you good? Yeah, whatever. He didn't do the interview, he's just like, you good? Yeah, all right, boom.
But you know what I think that is, man? I think that like us watching hip-hop and growing up in hip-hop, BET and 106 in Park was like that. I don't care how broke you was or how rich you was, how on you were. Nas from Jay-Z, everybody at the top. We were all watching the same show.
Oh, for sure. It was like that's the only place you had to go for.
We were all watching the same shit. So if you see that familiar face, like I said, Drake, Jay-Z, like no matter how on you are, you watch the show. Period.
And then it's like during that journey, bro, I was signed to Track Boys. So it's like I got multiple veins to my shit through every aspect because it's like I got signed to Track Boys before Ratchet came out and was, you know, Track Boys, that's when Tipsy was going crazy.
Okay, shout out to Jaquan.
Yeah, and so that's when I first met Jay-Z. I rapped for Jay-Z and Nas before.
Word?
Yeah.
Man, those guys are like my idols.
Yeah, like Jay, like it was like a movie. Like I go up to Def Jam. This is when they still giving out deals for real.
Yeah.
And I go up to Def Jam, and Tarboy got me going up there where I don't even have original records. I got like Jack beats.
Okay.
And he got me going in these meetings because of his relationships. When I meet with L.A. Reid's son, and he likes it, and he goes in there, tells L.A. Reid, and L.A. Reid tell me come in the office, and he invite the women in the office, and me and my mom and Tarboy up there, and we about to go into the office, and just like out of a movie, like I heard a laugh.
You heard Jay-Z.
I heard the laugh. And I'm like, nah. You hear me? I'm like, nah. And he hit the corner.
Damn.
Tall, slim, like hit the corner, like, yeah, like, and he was just, it was like a light. It was an energy. For sure.
That's a moment.
Yeah, it's a moment.
Because, bro, if that would have happened to me, I don't know what I would have done. Because I've been a fan of Jay-Z since '96, since Reasonable
Yeah,
Doubt.
man. He definitely carry an aura, man. That like, and even back then. So this is like, I don't know when did him and Beyonce get together, because I want to say, I don't even know if this pre-Beyonce, but it's still Jay. So it's like, man, it was even before he's done a lot of the monumental things he's done now, but it was still Jay.
Yeah.
And he hit the corner, and it was like a, you know, I'm looking up
damn.
like okay, yeah, like, you know, and yeah, he talk to me, talk to my mom, okay, boom, man. It was just like, yeah, for sure.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
That's really, man, that's a big deal. Like, I'm just sitting here thinking about like how I would have reacted in that moment.
Yeah,
man. I would have tried to keep my cool, but at the same time, I'm in the room with Jay-Z. It's like Barack Obama.
And at this time, bro, I'm maybe 14, 15. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So, like,
right, you're still in high school age.
Yeah, you know, so
wait a minute. So you're traveling, like you're doing all this stuff. Like, how did you maintain high school?
Well, see, and I still went to public high school throughout the whole time. Like,
you went to Gateway, right?
I went to Gateway, yeah. At one point, they like linked me up with like a tutor when I was traveling a lot. So it was like basically my tutor would give me my work I would do the work, send it back to her, she'd get it to my teachers. Like, but it was still through the school I was going. It was still through Gateway. But yeah, man. I mean, that's my first time going to New York and going to Cali, and it's crazy because like my life has happened in segments. But like even that, that's my first. That's when I really built relationship with certain artists like Trey Songz. Before radio, before all that, me and Trey Songz had a song together.
A word?
Yeah, like when I was signing Tar Boys. So me and Trey Songz, me and Mano and BG was on a song together.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, man. BG came in the studio, man. Slump, man. This is the first time, and my parents would still go with me, and I wasn't smoking, drinking, none of that.
Right.
So I'm just a young teenager, and imagine you a parent, and here come BG just slump, walking in there like, man, nodding off, rolling up and shit, and then he go lay a verse on my song, like.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. So, you up here in New York, and this is at the hype. This was when I think Mano was damn near beefing or something. I don't know. It was just a lot of energy going on. But it's been a lot, man.
You've been through a lot and seen a lot, man. So let's talk about your music, man. I heard the song that you did, The Glide.
Slide. The Glide.
And you know what I got?
Oh,
from
the
that?
Glide. You talking about the Glide? Yeah.
I got a Murphy Lee vibe kinda out of that, and I mean
I say Murph name in there too.
Do you? Mm-hmm. All right, because I mean when I remember that song,
from the home of Murphy Lee and Sweetie Pies.
Yeah. And like Murph, when it comes to lyricism, Murph is like one of my favorites. I mean, he's a good friend of mine. Murph is just really good, with lyrics. And I remember the video, like you're walking through the park with a girl. It's nighttime. Like that was just like that sticks out to me in your music career. But you've done a lot of music, and like now you're doing live bands.
Yeah, the live band
experience.
Like
when let me see. The first time I saw the live band, bro, that ball that you threw.
Get black ball.
That ball was ghetto as fuck, but it was
fun.
But
we was outside. Everybody was looking good.
Hey, we had a real good time. But what's crazy is like when you do an event for the first time, you kind of don't know what it's gonna be like. You're like, all right, man, I hope people fuck with me.
Right.
Like I hope it's gonna do good. And it was cold as fuck that night.
It was cold.
It was cold.
Black Friday.
But we all got dressed up. Everybody was looking fly, and the open bar. I'll never forget this, and I'm about to talk shit about you.
Okay.
For a second. The open bar. Like
I had your Tito's there.
You did.
I was cool.
I was cool.
I had that Tito's.
Hey, I was good. But listen, y'all. When he promoted open bar, I drink one thing and I'm straight with that. Yeah. But literally, it was gallons of Tito's and Crown Apple.
Yep. You had Tito's, you had Crown Apple, you had wine, you had.
And that was it.
It was basically it had like we called it like the sunrise and the sunset. So the sunrise cocktail had the Tito's, and the sunset had the Crown.
I was cool.
Get your wine.
I was good though. So like you had.
See, the thing is, bro, like you gotta know your people and you gotta know your art. Like I know that, like people gonna come, because by the time I did the ball, I had already did a few live experiences. So I'm like, man, I know my people gonna come rock with me. It's like, man, let me just provide a time that we can do something and I can give a portion of the money to a good cause. And, rest in peace to Q. It was able to be BPLR, and it was just like, and I remember, even before that time, hearing women, I want to get dressed up, St. Louis don't got a lot of shit like that at all, especially for
Nelly
for our
got
crowd.
The ball, but that's a level.
He stopped doing it though.
Yeah, he did. I think I was at the last one that he did, and T-Pain
at Four
performed.
Seasons.
Yeah,
that was probably like 4 years ago now, bro.
Maybe longer than that.
Yeah,
but that shit, man, that was a fun fucking night.
So that's what I want to see. The thing is, when we did the ball, I probably came up with it like a month before, bro.
Okay.
Like I was just like, man, I want to do some Black Friday. I want us to dress up, boom, boom. So it's like now it's at a point where it's like, okay, I wanted to get to that level. Yeah. I wanted to get it to black and white ball level. So it's like now, so we doing it this year. So it'll be elevated a little bit.
The last one that didn't happen because of COVID and everything.
Of COVID, yeah.
I know I was gonna go to that one, but that didn't happen. But yeah, that ball that you threw, everybody that was there had a good time.
Great time, bro.
Listen, and I don't dance.
Yep.
I'm a thug. Like I do not dance.
But what happened?
I'm dancing, bro. Like I got video. Like Zoe was like, and people are sending me videos of me dancing. Like Bobby, you was dancing. I was like, proof. They showed me. I was like, man, I'm in there having a
energy,
blast.
Bro. Like it's energy. Like it's one of them things, man. I remember when I first started doing them shows, I talked to D Stone, who put me on the air, still one of my mentors, and he was like, we were just talking about something else, and he's like, man, one thing people never forget is an experience.
Never forget that one.
And I was like, yo, like, I don't want to do shows no more. Everything I want to do, I want to make it an experience.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever it is, like the timing, it was just right, bro. And people was ready for it.
And we had a blast. Everybody had a good time. Everybody looked good. You know, I'm always trying to check out what Kilo's wearing all the time.
Sauce guy.
The sauce guy. That boy stays fresh all the time.
Man.
Like, you can't tell him nothing.
FDU, I got it on me right now, man.
Yeah.
You know, I got
So,
the FDU on me.
How did the live band idea come about with you? Because, I mean, you've always been rapping and stuff, like,
Yeah.
and you wanted to, like, kind of like...
Well, it was like, it same way, you know, how I transitioned into ReggieSon. My music started to elevate as far as my lyrical content, as far as what I talked about, because my music always been true. Like when I did Wow Wow Wow, there's ratchet assholes everywhere.
At that time,
you hear me? Yeah. When I did Ratchet Part 2, I'm tired of these ratchet assholes, I want a lady. There was a little growth. You get what I'm saying? Like cool and all that. So by this time, you know, I'm a grown ass man who know a lot more about life and more direct on what I want and what I don't want. So it's like, man, my lyrical content is grown. So it's like, matter of fact, I went to a club. This is when I was staying in Cali. And I went to, I think it was like Supper Club or something, and they had live music, and it was just affecting me in such a way that I'm like, man, everything I kind of experienced out of town, sometimes it hit my mind like, man, how can we do this home, or how can we, you know?
You know, the first time that I experienced a rap group or a hip hop group with a live band was the Roots, and I went to a Roots concert, and I seen Black Thought and Gangstar was there. Rest in peace of Gangstar. But the Roots band with Questlove on the drums, like hip hop with a live band is like a whole different energy, bro.
It's different.
And it's just like a mature type of vibe, and I think that's what you like.
That's where I was at.
Into.
Yeah, that's where I'm at, and that's where
it feels good.
It feels good.
It's
hard. It's hard to deny that.
Yeah,
like it's hard to deny. Like that live music does something to your soul.
Who can say they don't like a live band?
Yeah, it ain't.
You ain't from Earth. If
you
know
flat out.
Like,
you know. So, but it's like you gotta have the stuff to match it, because I've seen live bands and people try to do it with the wrong kind of music or whatever, and it's like.
It just didn't.
Yeah, it didn't go. You know, so it started matching what I was doing, and you know, I did like the first couple ones. I did like a little sample ones, just like on some RSVP shit. Actually, I only did one RSVP, and it had like 200 like pull up, and I was like, okay. Then I started putting a ticket price on it, 10, 15, 20, whatever, and all of them started selling out. So I'm like, yo, like this is a like people want this.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like this is. There's a void in our generation where it's like we too old for certain shit, but we too young to be old.
To be old heads.
And you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So once I realized that every time I see a problem, I see a solution. So I was like, yo, like when that band hit me, I'm like, yeah, we could step out and do some shit like this for sure.
Cause like in St. Louis, man, it's like if you want to go out, you're going out to like hardcore club.
Oh yeah,
and it's just
for sure.
like clubbing.
Sure.
It's like you
either settling for your little bar or whatever like that, or you just not going.
Yeah, it's
you
like
know what I'm saying?
There's really not a lot of in between spots for like people that want to go have a good time. It's like you either go out and you're going hard, and you're gonna end up on the east side hard. But I think that you created and you're still creating an avenue for people to like go have a good time that don't have to be turned the fuck all the way up.
Man, all the time you could just feel good, you know. And my ratios be crazy.
I've been. You did one at the Wheelhouse. I remember.
Oh no, at Tin Roof.
Tin Roof, yeah.
Crazy. I mean, ratio.
And it was in the daytime, and it was hard. Like I met a girl there. Yeah, it was a good time. I met a couple girls.
You welcome.
Actually. Yeah.
You welcome, man,
Thanks,
because,
bro.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you know,
they come out.
They come out, man. They definitely come out. And May 30th. I'm saying this right now. May 30th, City Foundry. Okay. First year. I'm telling you, I'm not stopping. STL Fest.
Oh,
we doing the festival.
Yeah.
Yes. At City Foundry, outside stage, we're gonna have the outside, the inside, the actual streetway. We got vendors, everything.
That's hard.
Man, May 30th, we just locked it in. We got a meeting, but May 30th is locked in. City Foundry, STL Fest. I'm headlining. Another artist is headlining who we talked about it, but I'm not gonna say it till we confirm. But yes.
That's dope.
Yes, sir.
Well, shit, I'll definitely be there, man.
Yeah, it's going up.
One thing I want to touch on with you, man, is your connection or your passion to uplift fellow black folks.
Yeah.
And like I mean, even today, like you were hiking with like 20 black people and
black people who hike.
Yeah, and I saw that. I'm like, I wonder if I could go. Like,
no, you could definitely go, man. You could definitely. Like, but it's just like, do you see black people hiking?
No,
exactly.
I mean,
so that's
just a couple people that I be around, like we'll go, but it's not a thing. It's not really a thing.
But yeah, so you could go. You know, they probably, you know,
they might embrace me.
For sure. Matter of fact, it's been some on a couple of the ones I've been on. It's been a couple white boys. People? Yeah, for sure.
But I mean,
my boy True Blood came to one.
What I really fuck with you about, man, is like there's ratchet ass hoes. There's been ratchet hoes since we were kids. There's still ratchet hoes now.
Yeah.
But I love the way that you embrace a black woman, and I love that you're really true to yourself and true to how you grew up, and you want to see black people win.
That's I mean, everything. The ReggieSon, the music, the live band. Like, my parents older, man. My daddy used to pull up bumping Earth, Wind, and Fire. Like,
I'll still listen to that.
Oh man, bro, my playlist right, man. Listen here, like that's all it is. So it's like, it's just more about being more true to me. So it's like, that's what I come from. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, my daddy got 10 sisters. I got hella aunties. My mama, aunties on her side, sisters, women that I just came up with that I, you know what I'm saying, to the death for them. Like, just, I got so many examples around me. So, you know, and it's like, I realized I start listening to a lot of my music and what I'm got the urge to record, and it's like, man, this is who I'm talking to. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, especially if it's, you know, a stigma, or I see them say, you know, we don't get enough, whatever. Okay, bet. You know.
And I think a lot of the young people, like and it's a social media world. We gravitate towards all the wrong shit because people we so it's influenced, but without even trying to be. Yeah, I mean, but you look at like Instagram and like what the world shows you now. It tells you to be. I saw a post from what's the dude's Nicki Minaj's ex? Safari. He posted something the other day, a couple days ago, that was like, y'all are chasing the wrong shit, and I wish more people would speak out about that, because what social media has done to our culture, to the young people, the people that are growing up, it makes you feel like if you don't have your body done, you ain't gonna get looked at. If you're not driving this, people ain't gonna mess with you. If you don't own your own company, you ain't shit. Yeah. Working a 9 to 5 is not cool. Like, it's really, it's changing, man, and I don't know how to feel about it. Maybe I sound old when I talk about it, but
nah, bro, that's just, you got your eyes open. I mean, it's just, it is what it is. Now, the way I envision it is, because I always like to look through an optimistic lens, but also a realistic lens. That's definitely facts, but I also see other stuff, it just doesn't get as much attention. So I feel like everything is expanding like a circle. So I feel like the negative shit is getting worse, but it's also some crazy, amazingly, you know, positive shit that's going on. And so I see it too, but it's just like,
can we find a middle ground? And who?
I mean, it's steady expanding. So the more you're gonna see some of the worst, some of the most horrific shit you ever seen, and then you're gonna see some amazing. But it's just like, you know, I always look at it like, shit, you gotta be the change. So it's just the difference between you sharing that positive thing over that negative thing. But it's just like, dog, I see it all the times when I go to these schools, and you know, I talk to these kids a lot, and you will see elementary school. Hype, whatever. Everybody's themselves. They're going crazy. They're doing flips or whatever. Middle school, still, you know, whatever. But by the time they get to high school, that's when people is telling you what to do and what not to do.
The pressure.
Oh, that's some bullshit. Oh, you got them on your feet. Oh, whatever. Oh, whatever. Boom. And so you start feeling like, okay, I can't do that. That ain't cool. Let me, you know, right around high school. You get what I'm saying? And so now, it's getting younger and younger because the internet is accessible. Man. So everybody is pretty much telling you, and then that shit goes deep because they tap into your habits and say, oh, I know you want to see this or whatever. And, you know, that's why depression at an all-time high, like suicide at an all-time high, like it's ridiculous.
Did you watch that Netflix?
Man, the Instagram joint?
Yes.
What's it called? Social Dilemma.
Man, listen. Bro, that changed that. You know what I'm saying? Like if anybody's watching this,
I encourage everybody to watch that shit, bro. Because it's like
I've made people watch that with me, and like when I tell people like about Instagram and popularity and all this stuff, and people, you know what the funniest thing is when you talk to a girl and you'll be like thinking to yourself, or you say it out loud, why are you posting all these thirst traps, or why are you posting all these selfies and all this shit, and their first thing is gonna say, I'm not posting it for attention, I'm doing this for me. This is for me. Then why don't you get a fucking photo album and put it on your coffee table if it's for you?
Nah, they want validation.
They wanted validation.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just sometimes it's women, you know, at the end of the day, what's crazy, I saw something the other day, which I also think is true, is like every woman who make that kind of post ain't necessarily easy.
True. But but they like the attention.
Of course, though. What woman don't?
Yeah. But
well, now there are certain ones who are, but at still time, every woman wants somebody to, even if they roll their eyes or ignore it, every woman wants somebody in their messages.
Yeah, they want some reassurance that what they're doing is working.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, so like women, stop telling us that you're not doing it for attention, because you are. Period. Like anytime this man takes his shirt off and posts a picture of it, he wants y'all to see his body. You know what I mean?
I mean, hell yeah, I've been working. Y'all see me in the gym. You work hard
for it.
Yeah, you see me in the gym. I like to show results in all forms. You know what I'm saying?
We're in a world right now where everything is accessible, and we want to show it. We want people to engage, and that's just kind of the world that we live in.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, you know, it might not be attention. Like a woman could be proud of whatever it is, you know, whether she bought it or worked for it, whatever. It's like she proud of it, and she do want that. But like I said, like just because she wants your comments and all that shit, she might not want to fuck with you. Like,
but people are trying.
Of course, people gonna always try, but there's never gonna be a day. And I'd be careful how I say this, because I think that there should be. I respect it. But there's never going to be a day where a woman can walk outside, especially a black woman, wearing a certain type of thing, and a man not say nothing. Now, do I think it's right? Not necessarily, but it's not going to happen. Yeah. It's not going to happen. Like, it is what it is. Like,
I mean, a woman's gonna get hollered at when she's wearing sweats, pumping gas.
Flat out.
I mean,
it's a man's nature.
Yeah, we're fucked up individuals sometimes.
Now, that ain't necessarily my style, but it's not gonna happen. Like, it ain't gonna be that day, you know,
where it doesn't happen.
Where it doesn't happen, it's not gonna happen.
I mean, there's upsides and downsides of social media, man, and it's just it's a world that we're growing up in, and we're evolving constantly. You know, you and I, people. Even older, my dad just got an iPhone like 3 years ago, and it changed his life. Now my dad's reposting shit on Instagram.
Oh man, my
Facebook.
Mom and dad, oh my God.
And these are the people that would like never have technology. Then once they got it, it's like now they get it.
It tripped me out, dog. I saw my mom over there just scrolling the other day, and I was like it pissed me off. I don't know why, dog, because it's what everybody do, but it's like. Damn, y'all done got my mom too. You know, like, damn, shit, y'all done got mom.
But like that documentary, The Social Dilemma, it tells you like that they're targeting you.
Dog, when he tried to put his phone in the jar and leave it there,
and he was having anxiety,
and they was like, "Oh, we gotta throw him something." And they threw up his ex-girlfriend. Oh,
like yeah, we gotta find something to get his engagement back. And once they got him, boom, he was just a puppet.
Oh my God,
hey, that was that man. That documentary.
That's how a lot of us are, bro.
That's how we all are, man. When I meet a girl, I'm single. When I meet a girl and she's not like, I'm just saying, like, as of right now, I'm single. But like when I meet a girl that says that she or not on social media, or like she has like 200 followers.
Don't you hear the heavily sing?
I'm just like, like I'm so like, that's great. Like I don't want a popular
diamond in the rough. Yes.
When a girl's not popping on social media.
Yeah, man.
Because we be around so many people that
take another one out
that cannot put their fucking phones down. Bro, they're either scrolling through TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, something. You name it. It's like, damn, am I not entertaining enough for you to where you just, like have to scroll through your phone?
It's like I don't mind it, but it's like an over excessive. I definitely don't want the over. You know, just like I don't be seeing how, man, you see how many of these guys in the industry be just, it seems like they pick from a bowl of girls, like certain names, and everybody just go after the same one. Like, yeah. I can't do that. No. I can't, like, I don't like tempered goods.
No, I like.
And I understand everybody got a history, and I'm not saying that, cool, but it's like, if it's known that you're with somebody, too many other people, like,
I say this a lot, bro. I say this a lot, and I don't want to spend too much time and dig into it too deep, but guys like us, we don't necessarily, and no shade. This is not any shade.
Come on, don't get offended by this.
This ain't shade.
Let us talk.
But everybody that's out here getting their bodies done,
come on.
It's not. I think that you're doing it. I mean, obviously, there's insecurities. We all have them. We all have insecurities.
We do.
But I don't necessarily want to go to Walmart with a girl that's like shaped abnormally or like done all this crazy shit. I think you're doing it for the hype, for the gram, for this. And I think it's like really shaping the young culture to make you feel like this is like you got to look like Kim Kardashian, or like if your body's not perfect, you want to go spend bands to go get it fixed.
That's the new purse. The BBL is the new purse.
But I don't like that.
They don't even want purses no more. They want the BBL.
I don't like either one of them. I want to. Yeah. I would, and they gotta have Instagram fame, and they need this attention. And
certain ones. I know a lot of ones who like don't want it, but you know, every woman want to have her body swear, whatever. Cool. It's like that's the new thing. But I just feel like, yo, like, I know it's hard to say, but like, go get it in, like, go get it, or you know what I'm saying, like. I don't feel like God made no mistakes. Like, ain't nothing wrong with you. Like, everything, every shape, every type of person out here in the world, somebody gonna feel it.
I appreciate a natural woman, man. Women come with flaws, and I love them. I don't want a sculpted. I don't want a plastic girlfriend.
Hell no, because I'm not. Because I'm flawed.
Yeah, we all are.
You know what I'm saying? So why would I want something? I don't want nothing that's just. You know, not like flat out. I know everybody got history, cool, but it's just like certain things. But like to me, that's one. It's like because you chasing a certain attention,
and that's just not.
And my whole thing is like, baby, you just rushing to be one in the crowd. That's how I look at it.
And it's a big crowd now.
You rushing to be running the crowd. Everybody's trying to mold themselves to be one type and all that shit. And it's like, yo, like. You see what's getting done to them. I don't know.
You know what? Give me the nurse, the dental assistant that is paying her bills and going to the gym a couple days a week, eating right, living a good life, hiking every now and then.
And not nagging me.
Yeah.
And not nagging me.
I mean, those people, I mean, dude, I'm really like strict about the type of woman that I'm interested in. Like if you pull up in a Mercedes and get out with the Louis Vuitton bag, I know this is fucked up, but I'm instantly turned off. I'm instantly turned off. Who are you trying to impress?
What's wrong with me? What she?
I don't know.
That's just me. Now listen, dog. Like she can't want. Don't you like nice things?
I have a Mustang and a Jeep.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You like that's what you like.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Certain women like Mercedes and Louis. It's nothing wrong with that. Now I'm not gonna write you off just because you got Mercedes and Louis.
Let me ask you this: how many pairs of designer sneakers do you think you might have?
Well, that's not my thing. I probably got 3. I probably got 3.
Okay. Are they comfortable?
They're not my favorite shoes.
Okay.
They're not my favorite shoes.
So we buy these designer shoes because and this is the bottom line. I don't care what you say. We buy these designer shoes so other people can see us in them. And it might go with the outfit or something.
Yeah.
But when I tell you that.
But that's why I said it's not my thing. I can't.
It's not your thing.
Yeah, I'm
gonna have Keyloke on the show.
Yeah, flat out, you holler at him because I'm gonna tell you, I love what make me spend my money on or whatever. Local, black owned. You get what I'm saying? I can put on. I can look different. That's what I like. That's what I like. My jewelry I got on, everything this local, I like that.
I want to talk about that jewelry, but a lot of things that people do, bro, and a lot of the girls, a lot of the guys. I mean, bro, I walk into the strip club now. Let's say I go to Onyx or I go to Deja Vu, and I see these dudes wearing all this expensive shit, and I'm really thinking in my head like, you are literally here to impress other dudes because they know how much you spent on that. And the girls. But
let's be real though. Let's be real. And some of y'all be looking like shit.
Yeah.
Some of y'all look terrible.
Just because you spend that much money on something doesn't mean you are fashionable.
Yeah, bro. And you gotta have a certain sauce with it. You gotta have a certain swag. Some of y'all looking like a mannequin.
Is not always fashionable.
And what's crazy is, bro, if we been all the way 1,000, even the flashiest guy or most money or whatever you make, he still can get her took. He still can get it.
Let me tell you a story about that.
Yeah,
bro.
It can
there was a day party at the Four Seasons 6, 7, 8 years ago, some shit. And this was when my restaurant first opened. I was broke. I was still grinding to get my name out there.
Yeah.
Zoe was living on my couch.
Yeah.
He was working at Herbert Hoover. Like,
constantly,
like, bro, we didn't have shit. We were eating at Wendy's at the $1 menu.
Man, that Wendy's.
And we went to Kohl's. We bought our clothes from Kohl's. If we didn't steal it, like we bought our clothes from Kohl's. Like we didn't have shit.
Yeah.
But when I tell you, we went to the Four Seasons, and we had attention. Like we were pulling. We were getting what we needed to do, and we got attention. And these dudes over here with all this designer shit.
Even people who really got it, bro, like everybody's you get what I'm saying? Like that's not going. At the end of the day, that's surface level shit.
It is, man.
It's surface level shit, and I'm not knocking nobody for who want it, who get. That's great, cool. Hey, you work hard for your money, do what you gonna do with it. I don't knock it, cool. But it's surface level shit because what it means is nothing.
And I will tell you that a lot of people that I have come across or that I see that I just pay attention to on social media or whatnot, a lot of these people that have all this excessive shit are empty. They're
for sure. They're trying to fill a void.
They're trying to fill a void, and it's just not there. These are empty people. They're always on the gram. They live on the gram. They got all this expensive shit. They show it to the gram, but like,
dog, you know what I tripped up for the other day? That's why I said I'm like, it's a lot of rich people who are angry. It's a lot of rich, angry people.
Yeah.
Y'all know what the fuck going on? Yeah. Look. If you got all that, why are you so mad? What's wrong?
Right.
Want this to go? Like, what's happening? Why are you so pissed off for? Everybody, you didn't know what's up with me. I'm like, whoa.
Right.
Like,
that's a whole lot of negative energy.
Ain't that the goal?
Yeah,
like, what's wrong?
Enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Come on, chill out. Like, you don't gotta, like, that's what I'm saying. Everybody living for everybody else. Like, dog, the moment, one of the greatest pivotal points in my life is when I stopped giving a fuck, bro.
Tell me about that. Tell me about, like, what's the happiest part of your life, the epiphany, like the mental part. Not like where you've been or what you've done, but like, why are you happy? Like, what turns in your life and going to LA, like when you were off the grid for a while and you like hiked and like had this peace of mind, like what are you happy about?
Well, I mean, first things first, bro, my foundation is solid. Like, my parents raised me a certain way, and it was like, when I get out into the world, I got other certain influences, but it's like everything comes full circle. So when I come back to my faith in God and Jesus and you know, knowing that I'm good and I'm always gonna be good in every situation. I'm gonna always have everything I need, and I can make it with. Even at that time, like when I moved out of DC, moved to Cali, man, I sold a lot of stuff. I called my cousins, man, hey, y'all just come raid my closet, man. You know, and I saw that I could operate off of way less than I thought
we can,
and still be. And then I found real peace. And it's like, man, for any man, especially superior man, if you ain't ever. Man, you get a taste of that, you're going to be chasing that forever if you ever lose it, you know? Because it was like, you know, man, waking up, it was the most different time of my life ever. I moved to Cali, and I'm like, waking up every day, I'm running, I'm going to the beach, I'm smoking, working out, reading the Bible, listening to stuff, working on music. That was it. Like, even got off social media for like 3-4 months. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, yo, like,
I bet that was like such a refreshing time in your life. Oh my
God, bro!
To be off of social media, and to just be and just to tune into yourself.
Just exist, dog, and you see. We a lot of times like this.
Most of the time.
Most of the time, but it's like, dog, you missing a lot of shit.
We wake up and do this.
We this. So that was one of the things I first started like getting out of the habit of, like, you know, when I would wake up, I would go right to IG.
Me too.
Immediately.
I still do.
Immediately, right? So then, like,
just to see who hit me up.
So that's why I had to delete it. You know, delete it off my phone, whatever, because it's like, all right, let me put the Bible in place of that. Let me put, you know, something just to go right to, and it's like, man, what I was able to feel myself, because I feel like everything comes full circle, even the work of your journey of life. So I feel like, okay, all of us do things and we pour out into everybody. And then eventually, if you keep doing that, you're going to get drained. Right. So at some point, bro, you got to fulfill. And that was my moment to pour, because I had been doing so much running, put on. But let me, whatever. Every city I went to, I'm putting somebody else in place. I'm doing things, you know, just, this ain't nothing. That was one of the first times in my life I got to sit back like, man, look at all the shit you did. And look how you still going. And it's like, man, You know, so taking it in, so it's like I start pointing to myself, and then when you get to that deepest point, you realize, okay, now I gotta pour it back in. So that's what it was, man. Just like tapping deep into myself and knowing that, like, you know, being true to myself. A lot of the things that, you know, do you really like this, or you just own this because people say that's what you should be on?
Right.
You know, like, come on, like, start asking yourself these questions and really return back to how I was talking about, not mentally, but the spirit of that elementary school kid who didn't give a fuck because that's just what you wanted to do.
Right.
Circle back to that and do what you want to do. And it's like a lot of times, you know, being from St. Louis, you got your head on a swivel. You got it like how you move, man. You know. So when I'm in Cali and I'm out there swinging on the things I'm doing, I'm knowing, like, ain't nobody out here tripping off me.
Yeah.
Like, dog, just imagine how people would be if, like, you know, there was no judgment or that. Like, imagine just being yourself fully without restrictions or boundaries
and
pressure or imagine it, dog. I always say that sometimes, like, imagine if you could see people through their physical
and see who they are,
and see, like, what would your spirit look like if it was your physical?
Yeah, and a lot of people are empty, bro. A lot of people that grow up behind this technology, like I mean, here I go back to myself and my personal life, but I've gone on dates like with girls that I've had these amazing text conversations with, like just vibing, like we're texting, I'm happy, like we're sending all these texts, and then we actually hang out, and it's like the most awkward, dull interaction I've ever had, man. And I'm just like, where's this person that was behind their phone? Should I pull my phone out right now and text you? Cause
I need that.
I need that energy.
Yeah, but that's the thing. So that's one of the reasons why, like, my parents are still married for 30, because they didn't have to deal with that. Like, if, like, the song I did, Find Me, the very first song I released as ReggieSon was Find Me. And it was really addressing that. That's the one, my mom and dad been married like 30 plus and shit. I be like, how can us, or how can we? Because I know back then they ain't have no IG, no privacy, and it was probably harder to go through his beeper when he's sleeping. And they probably learned each other through actual conversation and not just texting. And I ain't tripping off whatever time you read my message. And I ain't beefing off who post you or about who wrote you. Privacy way too social. Y'all niggas way too nosy. Love is exhausting. Freedom is awesome. Feel like you had me, then when you lost me. Young, difficult nigga. I'm still trying to figure me out. I keep me a combination, keep it safe, but nothing for better than home plate. Still, I gotta have me my own place. I need my own space. Fuck these hoes that what my bros say, could never be lonely. Should we get with the times? I'm trying to find that what we want unrealistic. You do it for likes, I do it for love. I think we just doing it different. You know what I'm saying? Like, really talking about...
You just broke it all
everything
down in one verse.
Straight up. Even the second go in. Oh, you got a time limit on when you want to make it official? Well, why is you pressing the issue? Oh, you for the pressure because your sister just got engaged and then the numbers all on the page and y'all kind of like the same age. So now they looking at you like, what's up with you? Like, when you gonna bring home a man, baby? When you gonna give me some grandbabies? Next thing you know, she pissed. That's how annoyed she get. Calling me with it and I'll be like, shit, whenever the Lord see fit. We just can be forcing it, cause next thing you know, we somewhere where we don't belong or some noisy shit. It's crazy how you can get popping off of who your girlfriend or boyfriend is. It's kind of unfortunate because people out here really getting married just to get divorced and shit so they can pull up in a Porsche and record a nigga when he slip and use a video for extortion, asking titties be my weakness. Super pretty on the surface, ain't too much that's really deep in. You do what you want when you single, so how could I not play the field? But I'm not trying to be the nigga on your baby reveal right now. I'm just keeping it real. like, you know, like it's a whole... Like,
you just touched on everything, bro.
That's that's dating.
Yes,
that's dating now.
It's hard.
It's
bro.
hard. It's this so, and how I started the video, like how I did that whole project.
Why haven't I seen that?
That's the first song I released as ReggieSon.
I gotta get on.
So
that.
you probably seen the viral interviews on Facebook because what I did was.
I mean, I'll tap into things that you do, but I haven't seen that.
That was like the very first thing. So what I did was I went and interviewed. So I interviewed my parents. I interviewed 4 black couples who have been married over 30 years. You hear me? And I asked them questions. This is how I start before the song come in. I asked my auntie and uncle, been married 50-some years. You ever catch Unc in anybody DMs?
What's that?
What's a DM? You know, hey, so how much texting y'all do when y'all start talking? Texting?
Right.
Why no texting? What you talking about? It was, so, I mean, how many times did people, it was us. One-on-one. I got to learn this person, whatever. That's how we made it to this point. Like, all this shit is new to us, you know, so it's so difficult for us to do that.
It is,
because we got so many other, and you got to think of the pressures that's on people to put on this thing. Like, who you writing might not be who they portray on their Instagram.
Yep.
You know, so it was just showing the difference of, okay, I don't know if there's really nothing we could do about it because this is the world we live in now, but just keep this in mind that the people who are making it, the real goals are people who don't feed into this shit at all. You get what I'm saying? At all.
Basically, we're fucked. Basically, in a nutshell.
Yes, because we steady headed in the wrong direction. Yeah, bro.
And we're gonna get more fucked. I mean, that's just what is gonna happen.
Yeah, my pops say, man, he say, man, listen, I hate to be dating right now.
It's hard, bro. Man, it's hard being in the world that we live in now. It's really difficult to find a true connection because of everything that you just said in that song. Like, it's crazy. And everything is so surface, so superficial. There's not a lot of depth. And when you meet somebody with depth, it's like they pull back, and I don't know, man.
Talk about it, Bob.
They pull back. Like, when you find somebody with depth, it's almost like they don't want to portray that they actually are a deep person, or they're an old soul, or they care about.
Because they scared. They high schooler.
What's up with that, man? Like,
because somebody gonna say that ain't cool, that ain't it. You don't look like this. You don't look like that. And you know, everybody. See, the thing is, everybody wants that. Like, nobody wants to look on their phone and not see no likes.
True.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
So everybody wants people. Anytime you post something up, you can say I don't care about that, but everybody wants some type of. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. If I upload a freestyle or upload something, I don't got no likes on it, I'm gonna be like, hold the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know? So everybody wants something. So it's just like, you know, you look at it. So you do your little 10, but you see, right here who got her shit scope. She got 100,000.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, shit.
Yeah, what am I doing wrong? Like,
boom.
I need to get on
but
that.
The thing is, see, and that's where it starts, bro. And it's just like, you gotta be full with self before you throw yourself out there. Because you throw yourself out there, you're gonna get tore down.
Yeah.
You gotta be solid. You gotta know, like, okay, even if I do get 10 likes, man, I know I'm up because I've seen it. I've seen, you know, one of the most relevant stories that come to mind is like Ray Sherman. Like, I seen when Sway Lee and them was 5,000 followers and just pulling up to the station and just to now.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Like, I've seen them have less followers than me than pass me.
That's crazy.
In an instant.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, people are fickle, bro. Like, you gotta, the best thing to do is to do you, because you try to match what people are gravitating towards, you're gonna be chasing something your whole life.
It's a confliction, bro, within ourselves. Like, we feel like we gotta maintain a certain level of engagement with the social media world, the social pressure of the world, but we still want to stay true to ourselves. It's hard, man. It's really fucking hard,
it's difficult,
bro.
It's not easy, bro. But that's why you got to do things like disconnect and meditate. And if you pray, whatever you do to connect with your most conscious self and connect with God, you got to do it. It's required, because every day, that's how I look at it. Like, if we keeping score, every day you throwing something toxic into your mind.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Every single day. Every day so you got to balance it out and throw some of that good in there, whatever that is for you. Maybe it's putting it down, maybe it's talking to a family member, maybe whatever it is, you gotta balance that out, because this shit right here is gonna drive you crazy.
I think all the time, I think a lot, man. I think I see people all the time that are chasing ownership of this and trucking company that and home health care that and
that
lash
good money
that.
though. Y'all get that trucking money.
I mean, the trucking, it's a lot. There's a lot of money, but I mean, people are so. Bro, their whole mindset is they wake up, I'm getting that bag, I'm chasing that bag, I'm chasing that bag, I'm chasing that bag. Slow down sometimes and take a walk.
Boom.
Slow down sometimes. And bro, I swear to God, man, like today, when I saw you laying down on those rocks with that water flowing by you,
man,
you had this serenity that just surrounded you, and you're just like,
you couldn't tell I ain't got 50 million sitting up.
You
get what I'm saying?
And at that point, it didn't matter what you had.
It don't matter, because the thing is like you like, man,
to set the premise, you went on a hike today, and you were out, and there were streams and stuff, and you were and my boy was laying on some rocks.
Man, listen, and
the water was just flying by you, and you just had this look on your face like there's nothing else I'd rather be doing at this moment.
Peace. Like I realize, see, the thing is, I don't knock anybody for what they place in that 1, 2, 3 priority, because everybody's different. Some people, money do get them fulfillment.
You don't think that would fulfill them?
Some people don't. That's why it's black people who hike, because you don't see a lot of that, because it's
you need
like
to get more black people hiking.
Exactly. Shout out to Dev. Shout out to black people who hike. But it's like, it's because that might be like literally something niggas say is, oh bro, you on some white people shit.
And that's fucked up.
You get what I'm saying?
It is.
Like that's something somebody would literally say off seeing me do that. Oh man, you on some weird, are you outside? You on some weird shit. But the thing is, like, I find since I got a taste of that, I realized that has felt better than any check, any amount of money, any piece of pussy, like that right there. I'm like, oh wow, like
that's
this,
100%.
like this. But at the same time, you gotta put the work in to get to that place.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You gotta even go places to know that it exists. Because if you don't know it exists, you just know your four corners and like.
Because where we're from, we don't see trails and woods and streams and shit like that.
Yeah, but it's about like figuring out stuff. But see, that's one of the pros of social media. Cause somebody gonna see that. People already writing me, bro. What they said.
I'm about to ask you when we get.
Bro, you from the south? That's down 55 South. That's Hawk Street Park.
I gotta go.
St. Genevieve. It's 50 minutes on the highway down south 55. Man. You get what I'm saying? And hop off and boom, and it's like that's one of the pros. You start seeing that and you actually go see about it. You actually go do it and you take it and you like, damn, like, and you start, cause that's what I start. Even when I went skydiving, all these things, it's like I got to the point where I'm like, man. Let me see y'all. Each time I get, made aware of something new, I want to find out something else. It's like you round this corner, you're like, well, shit, what's over there?
How about the time when you and I both did the same thing, and I saw when you did it, when you jumped off that cliff at Rick's Cafe in Jamaica.
Rick's Cafe and the grill. Woo!
How did that feel?
How did it feel for you?
Oh, it was like I'm scared to death, but then when I did it, I'm just like, it was the best.
Did you jump out the bigger one or
the same one you did?
The same one, yeah. Because I ain't gonna lie, when it did the bigger one, it didn't go as smooth.
That's for the Jamaicans from the grill.
Yeah, but I was feeling so good,
bro. That was like a bucket list moment for me when I jumped off of that cliff at Rick's Cafe. Like,
dog, it was because of course it's the same thing with the sky, the same thing with everything. It's like you got that little bit of fear and you like, ooh, shit, But what I tell myself now when I do things is like, even when I'm about to do things that I probably shouldn't, or I know that ain't gonna make me feel good, I always think about that post feeling.
Yeah. How was that gonna
How
make
I'm gonna feel after I get down to this water? I'm gonna feel like, yeah, I did that shit.
Yeah.
You hear me? How I'm gonna feel after I probably, probably ain't gonna feel that. So, so I knew, I start picturing myself in the result phase.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna be, I'm gonna feel good. Yeah, boom. That's how I do it. Working out, that's how I do it with the cliff, with the sky, everything, like things like that, man. I'm like, all I gotta do is get to that point.
Yeah.
Any goal, just like when you was on that couch.
Yeah.
You saw it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my own spot, bro. All I gotta do is get to that.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, but that's what life is about. It's about those type of moments. It's about taking that jump.
Yep.
It's about taking that jump and saying, you know what, fuck it, just do it.
You gotta do it, bro.
Because nobody that's successful that I know got there without risk.
Oh, you got to, bro. How's you gonna find out? And the thing is, you could tell me. You could say, hey, bro, look, you gonna go down here and boom, and they ain't gonna tell you this or whatever. My experience not gonna be the same.
No.
So I'm gonna only know if I go, like, I can go and do everything you write down for me and have a totally different experience.
Yeah, and it's all about the risk that you take and the jumps that you take and all that shit, man. Like that, like Rick's Cafe, when I saw you jump off of that, I'm like, man, that I was there. I was you.
Yeah,
like, you were me, I was you.
Yep.
Like, everybody that's done that, if you ever go to Jamaica, go to Negril and jump off of that cliff.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
go to Rick's Cafe, it's cracking, like,
it's
all
a
day,
bar, it's a cliff, it's all
weird.
They had the live music out there, too.
It's like, it's a bar, it's a club, it's just everything in one.
It's a gift shop, it's everything, bro.
Like, man, I can't wait to go back. Like, that's just how how lit that was, man.
Jamaica, one of my spots, man.
Jamaica's a vibe, bro. Like, I've been to a lot of places, man. Like, Cancun's got nothing on Jamaica, dude. Like, Jamaica is the...
Yeah, it's my favorite place. I want to go to Turks. And I think next on my list is probably Turks and like Aruba. I've been last place I went was Brazil. That was dope too.
I never been to Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil was nice.
I think you know what I mean. The culture of like Jamaica and just like to see. It's just the whole. It's just a vibe.
It's a vibe, bro.
It's a vibe, man.
And it's like and that's one of them beautiful places to where you can even driving to your resort or wherever you're driving to. It's not a rich place.
No, not at all.
But it's something about when that beauty and that water is accessible around you, it's a certain amount of joy that they exude to where it's like, and I understand why a lot of people walk around the city be angry and upset. Look what the fuck you looking at every day.
But you got to get out.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, imagine if we had access to that visually every day. Just like even when you go to Cali and stuff like that, or you go AZ or Vegas and you see deserts and these beautiful mountains.
People are nicer.
You just feel like it's the atmosphere is just different. It's like, I mean, when I first moved to Cali, and it was my first time going, but the first time I paid attention to it, I'm going to 7-Eleven, so it's the same thing as I would go here. So I go into 7-Eleven St. Louis and say, what's up, man? How you doing, man? Same shit, different day, man, whatever. Man, I go to Cali, I'm at the register, didn't respect this. I'm like, yeah, man, how you doing? Hey, man, living a dream every day.
You don't see that here.
It's the dude working at 7-Eleven telling me this.
You don't see that here.
Bro, threw me, I'm like, okay, like, yeah, because it's like what you looking at.
It's a different mentality.
It's a different mentality.
Totally different.
So that's why you got to go see about it. You got to because
you got to get out of this shell. I mean, I love saying, and one of the things that I really love about you, man. There's a lot of things that really inspire me about you and the things that you do. Your positivity. I've never seen you angry.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you get angry.
Yeah,
but
but
you exude this positivity all the time, and it's just a dope ass vibe that I get from you, and I appreciate your energy all the time. But you always have stayed true to the St. Louis swag, the way that we talk, like your accent. Even when you were on 106, even when you're out of town, you would say her. Like you it never changed.
Yeah, I mean, because it ain't forced, I'm really from there. I remember I was doing like a Macy's read or something for BET. And I was like, can you say here? I'm like, no. And of course I can say here. Of course I can do that. But my whole thing was like, in my mind, I'm like, that's a representation of where I come from. Like, I'm not like, nah. Because I want everybody from there who watching this, whether they in,
to be proud.
Man, to know like, oh, damn. That's possible.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, we don't go places, whatever, because now we getting more access to it. But it's like, we didn't think, oh, damn. Sometimes you go, you go out of town and niggas say, damn, bro, yeah, man, I want to come out there or whatever, bro. You just get you a ticket, it's as simple as that. Putting your bread up, I don't care if you stack $5 a day, bro. Eventually, you're going to have a budget to go here and do this. That's it.
To go here and do
flat
this.
So,
Zoe's in the building.
So,
my brother's here. We're just about to wrap up, man.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, real quick, man. I would like before we get out of here, like I want to ask you about your jewelry because we talked about the Saint. We talked about a lot of shit.
Yeah,
we could
go get the new Nicki out now too.
The Nicki song, dude. Like it's popping's going all over the place.
Yeah, they just start playing it on the radio. They just it's a good.
I think right now, nothing to cut you off, but right now I think like you with the Nicki and Fresco Kane with the Coke bottle. Mm-hmm. Shout out to my man Fresco Kane. I love you, bro. Like that's my homie.
Fresco, good dude,
those two songs, man, like in the Lou, are really like catching this really great wave of attention. And
Fresco is somebody else, man, who I always said, me and my dogs always debate or whatever. We say, man, man, what, how they doing the verses, man. What we do the verses, I say, man, niggas always be like, man, Fresco the only one who like over the years because he's been consistent and he always drops the same way. I mean, flat out, you know what I'm saying? So Fresco, somebody, man, who been, cause he truly somebody who of the craft.
And he's actually a nice, genuine dude, man.
Genuine dude, man.
He's always got good vibes, man. Yeah. Like shout out to Fresco.
Shout out to Fresco, man. Eastside was happening.
I mean, there's a lot of talent in St. Louis. Tef Poe, there's a lot of guys in
Shout out
to
Tef, man. We just did the he pushed it to next Saturday. I don't know when it's gonna air, but we did the went and bought hella diapers for.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Y'all were like buying hella diapers.
Yeah.
I love what you do, man. I love the give back, the community stuff, how you feel about the crib. You've always been passionate about it. and you know the advancement of black folks and like doing better and stuff like that. Like you inspire me, even though I'm a white boy. Like
it can. It's
like,
possible.
Like the
you inspiring too.
Let's just say the urban community. Like,
yeah, that's it.
You know, you're really tied in, and
especially Southside Superstars.
Man, come on, we got another one in the building.
Straight
hey, so
up,
come here, dog.
You hear me?
Come here. I want you to talk about this jewelry real quick because I want one of those.
Yeah. This
come back here. We gotta get you in the frame.
This
man.
made by another Southside Superstar. What's the word, man?
What's up, bro?
Shout out to Zoe.
Shout
out to
but they can hear you. Say what's up.
Hey, hi.
Hey, hi.
It's a Supernova Rocket on Instagram. So, you know, I be into my stones and stuff too. I very much have my faith in God and everything, but I just want good energy in all forms.
So who does that? I'm gonna put their name right here.
Yeah, at Supernova Rocket on Instagram.
128.
Yep, at Supernova Rocket. He's actually the brother of Nike Turbo.
Word?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this Nike Turbo brother. So
I like that. Is that copper?
This is copper right here. This is green Prehnite up top. This is a stone that represents love. This is like to be open to it and exude it. Get a lot deeper than that, whatever. This is pyrite right here, which is to block all that negative energy out. And this is yellow quartz. And yellow quartz is more for mental, for moving forward, learning from past experiences, absorbing and keeping it going.
Is that heavy?
It's a nice little weight. You feel it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely can't go to sleep with that on.
Yeah, hell no. It's a nice little weight. I mean, I had it on at the hike, and then I got my little pyrite ring too. He did me. So, I mean, you know, I always I like. Sometimes I get jewelry just like regular little chain. I like to have something around my neck, so I wanted to get this.
That's a statement, bro.
Yeah, for sure. And I noticed since I got it, man, I had it less than a week, but everywhere I go, it's a conversation starter.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I've been staring at it the whole time.
Yeah, man. So that's good, you know. So
yeah.
And it's and it ain't gonna break your pockets to get one. You
For real, you don't have to go get iced out by Johnny Dane.
Cause you know Bobby don't like when y'all be doing all that, man.
I don't like all that.
I
don't like all the extra shit. Like give me a regular girl with 300 followers. I love you.
Please.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Me and my
looking
brother, we
for
talk
us,
about this all the time,
That's
man.
what he's saying, man.
We're not looking for the popular girls, man.
But see, you can't find her in them places, man. You gotta go to different places. Every now and then you'll find she'll bring the friend out that don't come out.
Yeah, and then that's the friend that I like. My brother found one.
Man, you know?
All right, hey man, thanks for coming on my show, dog. It's been fun.
Man, appreciate you, man.
We're gonna do it again.
Yeah.
So tell me, May 30th.
May 30th, we got STL Fest at the City Foundry. Shout out to the founders. Shout out to E, Mike, Kilo G, myself, man. We own it. Also, shout out to Bianca for hooking it up. And J-Mo Presents, Drew, who does the outside shows already. So that's May 30th. Y'all mark your calendars. It's going to be live all day and night show. Go stream Nikki everywhere right now, man. Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, YouTube, all that. Sliders out right now, everything, man. Just whatever you listen to music on. If you fuck with SDP, if you fuck with Shorty from St. Louis, just go search ReggieSon, REGGIE space SON. Go search ReggieSon, whatever you listen to music on, and just go through there, man. It's all heat.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
This was a very St. Louis episode, man.
For sure, man.
I look up to you in a lot of ways, bro. Like you were in the room with Jay-Z. Like I'm
that was it.
I'm finna go. I'm up, man. Thanks for watching, y'all. This is we're out of here, man. We had a good time. Peace out.
Second motherfucker, son. You know it.